I'm
That is and remains like one of my greatest irrational
what?
fears. That started for me a long time ago. Having the fear that all the people that I'm close to or like I'm friends with that secretly don't like
No,
me.
no, no. Why would
I've had that for so
I think we
long,
all
bro.
have
I
that?
think like since I was a teenager. Like I'll hang out with like a group of
Yeah.
people, right? And I'm like part of the group. We're literally a group of boys walking somewhere, going somewhere,
Hello,
doing something.
boyos.
And for some reason, I'm like, I'm the odd one out here, right? Like, they're definitely like talking shit
Mhm.
about me. Like, I don't know where this came
Yeah.
from, but it's like one of my irrational, I guess, what is it called? Intrusive thought,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. I get that. I
I just think about stupid shit that doesn't
No, that
matter.
makes sense.
Or has no
Yeah.
basis, but I still think
No
about it.
basis in reality. No, absolutely. I I think
Because if I had evidence, that'd be different. Then I would know. But I mean, I'm just like wondering,
right. I think
do they actually
I
like hanging out with me?
well, yeah, I think, if I didn't like hanging out with you, I would find excuses not to.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that's how it goes, right? With like even with like
yeah,
relationships that you start with someone, oh, you realize I don't really like
yeah,
this person. And then like the excuses come, like, oh, sorry, I can't go out Friday, I had a
right.
thing, and
You pull back.
you're hoping that by being by pulling back and not being confrontational
Right.
about it, eventually they'll just like lose interest in
Yeah.
you.
Ghosting.
It's easy. Yeah, I mean,
It
it's kind of like
is.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
you make a lot of excuses not to see them, and eventually you hope they just stop inviting you out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, I mean, obviously, it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Like, I look so forward to hanging out with you. It's like a highlight of the week. So.
Oh,
We
oh
always have a
man,
blast.
that warms my heart. I wish I could say the same, but
Well, it's
no, of
yeah,
course,
no,
of
it's
course. I wouldn't call
yeah,
you at
no,
all
absolutely,
if I
yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
That wouldn't make
yeah,
sense.
no, absolutely. It's one of those things, and I think as I've gotten older, I I I don't know. Sometimes I do have intrusive thoughts here or there, but for the most part, I just assume like I'm like, whatever. Like I don't worry about it too much. I just want to be like a good friend, like regardless of like if I see people often or not. Like, it's been on my mind. I have to meet up with Jerry and Haley and Max. I haven't seen them in such a long time, and I've just been busy. I know they've been busy, and it's like, we're none of
Hmm.
us are holding it against each other at all. But I just am like, oh God,
Yeah.
like it's just we don't have as much opportunity to spend time together. And but I think that ultimately the thing that matters is like, are you still a good friend? Do you still like think fondly and vice versa? And just my friend Katie, I texted her that core memory that I unlocked the other day when I was walking with you and we saw the aquarium, the dry aquarium. Um,
Oh yeah.
when we stayed in Harlem and there was the guy with the fish tank half full of water and the desiccated fish above the water line. I texted her and she was like laughing. She's like, "I'm so sorry I haven't like reached out. I've been so busy and like swamped with work." And I'm like, literally, I do not. I am like so far from bothered by that. Like you are totally fine. Like so, it's that. Yeah, I just
It's
yeah, I
understandable.
just want to be sure that I'm being a good friend and you know respecting people's time and friendship and all that. So yeah.
Alan is at a bar, so he probably won't be
Oh,
joining us.
and a ball. He's taking the bar. What am I gonna do? I should grind. Maybe I should go on Grinder.
Is that a good place to meet girls? I was thinking about
Well,
downloading
a
that.
certain type of girl, maybe.
I'm a special girl. What kind of girl are
Well,
you?
they have girl, you know.
They have girl names, but that's better.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Oh god. Oh god. Um, I thought. Like,
Well, it didn't take us
oh
long
my
to go
god,
down
your
this
brother is
road.
right. What?
Oh
No.
god, maybe he is right.
Why is that a thing? I feel like
It's just in
it
the
is.
zeitgeist. It's in the
Yes,
air.
in fairness, especially okay, if it wasn't for
If it wasn't in the
right,
news,
and if it
yeah, we wouldn't be talking about
exactly,
it.
and if it wasn't also for some reason a really big part of speedrunning and video game stuff.
A sense. Yeah, didn't think of that, but you're
Yeah.
right. It does seem to
How
go
could
hand in
you
hand
forget?
with what
How could you forget? Oh god.
every time I pick up my controller, man, that's what I
The
think
first
about.
thing. The first thing. You're you're submitting a run to Frame Fatales.
Oh god, that girl hasn't gotten back to me in my email I sent.
Email. We should craft an email to them just for funsies. We should do that just to like float some ideas. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
You can come up with some interesting proposals, perhaps.
could lead to something. You never know.
It could lead to something. All right. Oh, I was thinking of you yesterday too when I was hanging out with Marnie. Her her husband was like, "Oh, something is wrong with our TV," and naturally we were laughing at like how I'm tech support. I mean, they're savvy. They're
Oh
savvy
yeah,
enough. Like they're in their 40s. Like they're not like helpless boomer. Like,
Luddites.
right? Plus, um, but I was like, well, let me see. Like, they have a Sony Bravia television, and it's big. It's 65 inch, and they've had it for maybe like 4 years. Maybe they got it like during 2020 or something like that. Um, and I looked at it. The picture is totally fine when plugged into Apple TV, like the HDMI. But they were like, "Oh, the speakers, nothing's coming through the speakers." And
Okay,
I was like, "Okay,"
no
but they
sound.
could get the way Apple TV works. You can get your Apple TV to play through like a Bluetooth speaker. So they were doing a workaround. If you switched the input on the TV, you had like massive, massive glitches. Like everything on the screen, the text was jumbled.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, there's a software issue. Like there has to be. It's like totally, totally glitched out. And so I was like, I looked up the model number and nothing really, it was hard to define the issue because when you search T,
Hold on.
sure,
I'm
sure.
sorry, one sec. Hello. Go ahead.
Uh, um, when it's hard to define the issue because when you put like TV glitching, most people are searching for like, it's a LED.
Getting a lot of
Yeah,
results.
and it's like LED flickering is usually the culprit. Um, so anyway, I was like, let's do like a factory reset. We did it, like a total software, reset. We
Uh-huh.
finally got that to actually work, but it like massively glitched. It wouldn't even load. It loaded the background and music of like the Bravia like start screen, but the graphical elements were like flickering and were disappeared. So I was like, something is wrong on the board. It's like a hardware, like a chip problem, probably.
Hey.
So it was very fucked, to say the least. But
Were they able to fix it or
no,
no?
I was like my only suggestion, maybe just other than narrowing it down to like a hardware issue, is like call Sony and see if they have like something that's a little bit more of a definitive resource. But otherwise, it's like very fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, they might be able to like guide them through like a service menu or something. But if one of the chips, it's fucking smart TVs,
Yes,
man. They're full of
bitty component.
computer
Yeah,
chips, video processors,
yeah,
and it sounds like
it
that's
is.
messed up, you
Yeah,
know.
something's not processing the
And
yeah,
it's the board, and there's no fixing
yeah.
it.
I
What a
know.
shame. Sony Bravia, those are
Yeah, it's
expensive.
a like a beautiful television, like really huge and just totally fucked. So at least they could
Yeah.
watch Apple TV. They were like, oh yeah, we don't really care. That's how they get all their channels and stuff. I think they cut the cord like with cable, but even so,
Oh, so it's basically anything that has to do with the built-in OS, the built-in computer, doesn't
yeah,
work.
yep,
Oh, okay. I mean, fuck it at that point. Just use a TV
yeah,
box.
yeah. I guess. Although it was still very strange turning on. Like it, did all sorts of weird flickery nonsense, and eventually, like once it was on the right input, like it didn't matter, but still shitty. But yeah, like you said, it's expensive, and yeah, I hate when something is like fucked like that. If it were me, I guess I would like if I could get Sony to help me narrow it down, or someone who's like very familiar, I would
Yeah,
I
be
would
helpful.
attempt to repair. I mean, that's the only thing that you can do, kind of. So I would
Yeah.
just take it apart and try to order a new part because they're so not complicated inside.
No. Uh, if only there were a lot of resources and like part availability was
Yeah,
good, be a different
yeah,
story.
definitely, definitely. I'm playing some Dark Cloud.
Cool. Going to Dark World
I
soon.
know. Just practicing still.
No, no, I
Oh,
started
cool.
runs.
Yeah, I'm getting on my computer.
I'll let you know when I actually have
No,
one
it's all
going.
good.
No need to
I like having it open.
pause what you're doing.
Yeah, it's good to have it open to absorb.
In case I die a really funny
Oh
death.
no, I hate to see it. Um, I actually had a decent like work week. I really tried to like get stuff done at work. Like I know that sounds silly, but like I'm always trying to get stuff done. But I was trying to approach it with a perspective, with an attitude of like, okay, I have stuff I got to do, get done. I'm just gonna go for it and like get really organized and just tackle like the hardest things that I'm avoiding the most, and then like it'll feel better each thing that I get done. And it was true. I my my toxic trait is, have you heard that fucking statement before? Uh,
Unfortunately.
um, but my bad habit is procrastination. So if there's something I don't want to do, I really put it off a lot.
Wow.
Dark world.
When it rains, it pours. I'm gonna get some
Okay.
water. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hey, hey, I got in the mail a powered 7-port USB hub.
Uh,
So we have that for
oh
Marathon.
yes. Oh,
This one.
fantastic.
Yeah, we can plug everything can plug into one
That's
box.
awesome. That is super, super cool. Yeah.
I remember when you don't have like a powered hub, some USB devices they like will refuse to work.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because they're just sharing a lot of like data lines and
Right.
power lines. I think that we couldn't really get the webcam to work when it was connected to
Hmm.
that, but this should work.
That's awesome. Oh my God, yeah. Because I have those 3 headsets ready to go. I think,
So we need 3
yeah,
USBs.
they each have USB receivers, and I assume that you have to download their stupid fucking proprietary software. But once you do that, it's good. And I think it can manage all 3 devices in one computer. I hope. We'll have,
They're
yeah,
wireless, right? Awesome. That'll really declutter the room.
yeah, and no microphone bumping, and yeah, it'll be,
Yeah, it'll be easy to turn them on
yep,
and off.
yep, it'll be good. It'll be good, and nobody uses them where they were sourced from. So.
Remember at GDQ, obviously had a lot of people like still wearing masks
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God.
They were very conscious about that.
Yeah.
What about the headsets? Don't they share headsets when they do runs?
Well, when you start thinking logically about things, that's when it starts to not make sense.
What do they do? You think they like spray or wash down the ear
I
pads that the previous guy like his skin and hair is just all over it?
Emily and I actually talk a lot about how like those people, ironically, are the ones not following any science because of things exactly like that. Like, you know, you're more likely to it's like inhaling. You're inhaling um, like respiratory droplets, and yeah, you could also conceivably get them from like surfaces, like wet surfaces or like where respiratory droplets landed, such as a microphone end right by your mouth. It's just
Yeah,
so silly. All of that shit is silly.
indeed. I was just thinking about that now. I'm like, I wouldn't want to wear a headset that like 5, 6 other people use
Yeah,
already and wore for like
I
hours.
know. I know. I even think
You put it on, it's all warm.
you sweaty,
Ew, just
or it's just
warm.
sweaty, even
Oh,
worse. Ugh.
people, your ears do
Oh
sweat.
yeah, my AirPods when I take them out, they're if it's humid, if
A
I'm
lot of.
sweating like it's hot, I think like condensation gets stuck in your ear. Like I've noticed, it's like wearing a hat when you're really overheating and hot. It
Yeah,
keeps it contained.
your hair is
Yeah,
wet.
and I similarly in the winter I've noticed when I have earbud headphones in, it keeps me a little bit warmer. Strangely enough.
Yeah, it does. Just like
Yeah,
plugging it.
plug. Now that's a word that is cursed.
Shouldn't be sexual, but it feels sexual. Why
My
is that?
pathetic I'm
No.
no,
No.
I get such a laugh every single time we talk about
It's
that.
be it's because of the phrase butt plug. You can't hear the word plug
Right, right.
and not think of that.
Drag queen name Wilma Butthurt. Yes, Wilma.
Well,
Yes, it will.
it depends how big it is.
It will indeed hurt, Wilma. It will. Guaranteed.
Jesus.
Not Wilma. Yes, it will. These are the bigs. You get home. Certain diagrams.
Oh yeah, I was watching Pace today.
Oh yes, I loved the commentary that you had on it. That is indeed what it should be.
Yeah, it was just super chill stream, you know, just watching guys play games really
Yeah,
fast, no
yeah.
drama. No one's begging for
Oh my
donations.
god, so refreshing.
And they're just like talking about sick gameplay.
Yeah.
Sick Mario gameplay. So Cheese won.
Mm-hmm.
The prize pool was like $1,200 for first
Yeah.
place. It was between like 7 people. So he had the fastest time by the end of the day. Hour 38 minutes for 120 star, which is really not that far from record, which is really cool. Record's like 136. Cheese, for some reason, this guy, when you put him in a tournament setting, he activates God mode.
Yes.
And he's so good in a live setting. And he set a record one time live. He got world record 120 star at a fucking event.
That's wild.
Like, how, bro? Like, that's so rare. He's I think one of the only people that have done something like that.
So
and people like Ouija, who was there, unfortunately, he has the opposite problem, where I feel like when he plays live, like, I don't know, like, he just can't play his usual, like, best self.
You know, that is...
He ended up getting last
place.
place.
That is really common for, like, athletes, too, where, like, they're really good under pressure, but very, very bad, like, you know, otherwise. Well, I'm not saying Cheese is bad, but... Or it can be vice versa. They're really good when they're in their exact environment, but then under pressure, they completely whiff it.
I'm so jealous of people like that who just like are in a highly pressurized situation, and they're just like not bothered.
Yeah.
I watched Cheese like mess up like one jump or something, and you see him. He just like shrugged it off and just like instantly pulled out a backup and was just like back on track.
Oh my god, yeah.
It just didn't affect him at all. Like, bro, if that happened to me, like one movement error, I'd get so flustered, and then I would just start messing up more shit. That would be the normal response. But him, he's just like, he's a clutch master.
Yeah. It's very cool.
He also had a gold split for Bowser in the Sky at the end. Like, after the entire run, he ends up golding the last level.
Jeez, that's crazy.
It's not even fair.
Oh my god. That's cool. It makes it exciting.
It was way more exciting to watch that than a bunch of bumbling idiots.
Oh my god.
Do a relay at like Ludwig's event. That was so boring. And they're all like talking over each other. No one's talking about the game. No one's talking about like stress. Like everyone's just goofing off.
That is such bullshit. Such bullshit. The talking over each other was so bad. Wow, it was like
I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah.
You can listen to it. You can't watch it.
Right. It was like pretty shockingly Uh, and people were all about it.
Dumb people are easily entertained.
I looked to see if there was like any commentary about it at all, but it was just people wanting to watch VODs of it. Oh my god. Life's unfair. But at least, it is trying to look at silver linings. It might ultimately be kind of a good thing that like, GDQ will have its day where it's not like the main thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest, most money earning thing. Like I think it's just
Yeah, something will
yeah,
dethrone it.
yeah. It's very niche. I've always heard like people say like, oh well, like this could or whatever. I just think it's I'm looking at the thing. It's like a niche space. So are they really going to like get um, you know is something else really gonna be able to dethrone it when the audience size is so finite? That's always what it is. That's like being in a small town and having a McDonald's and a Burger King next to each other. They're both gonna hurt each other. You know, one could come in and move in next
Mm-hmm.
door, but it's like you're actually both killing yourself. You're killing both of yourselves by splitting the audience. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was close. How's Dark Cloud
Good,
going?
good. I'm just doing some grinding, like you do. Grinding away. I realize I have to like very carefully grind certain weapons, and then like other, and then like separately level up ones to be the ultimate weapon. So I have like weapons to use in everyday battle, and then special weapons that I'm trying to like build up. It's annoying. I don't know. The game is a fucking chore. But
Doesn't sound fun.
yeah, it's okay.
TBH.
It's grindy and that's fine, but ultimately there's better games out there. It was interesting. The first game was very well. It kind of looked like it was trying to be Zelda, and this game is very different. Doesn't look like it as much, but it's also just not as good as the first game. And the first game was very jank. So. It's nice and cool outside. It was like
Yeah.
insanely humid for a little bit today. When it rained and then got
Oh,
sunny
yeah.
again, it was like disgusting out in the swamp. Yeah. It's a bloody swamp.
That's when I was at the park.
Ugh.
It was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But honestly, once the day kept advancing, it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Level battle range 2 plus 14.
Almost a gold. Almost.
Moose.
Do you believe in a life after 70 star?
I do. It's 120 star.
Oh god. I can't believe that happened.
On the slide?
Messing up stars that I never messed up before. Runs. A classic. Yes. This is a rerun. Love watching these.
A restream.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
I hate having the fan on in my room because it's so close to me. I just hear the motor, like incessant motor noise.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. I hate the noise in the room.
Yeah. I have to take apart my other fan tomorrow. I keep putting it off, but I gotta do it.
It dried up.
It's okay, but it could be running better and quieter and more efficiently if I just take it all apart, lube it up.
You got WD-40?
Yeah, and I have actually that, I think it's 3-in-1 small motor oil. That is what, like, fan motors, other stuff take. And that really does the trick. I noticed WD-40 doesn't have a lot of staying power. It's great lubrication, but it won't stick, whereas the small engine oil will. That's the breakfast of champions. I can't jump away from him.
I was thinking, because we talked a lot about Dark Cloud 2 and like RPGs and grinding and stuff. Tales of Symphonia has been on my mind a lot lately. I'm remembering what were the parts of the game I liked the least. I remember there being lots of like grindy sections.
Yeah, I don't mind the grind, but it's the game. Unfortunately, the story and other things are not really that interesting enough.
Shame.
It's okay, but it really is just a very stock standard RPG.
Right.
There's some bad guy that you don't even really haven't even really ever encountered in the game. It just doesn't hurt. But that's alright. I'm still glad to be playing it, attempting.
There's a lot of missable stuff in Tales games
as
well.
Yeah, this too. I hate that.
I really hate that.
I feel like Zelda has always been very fair with not having missables. You could always go back for the most part and get stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how they managed to avoid that.
Famously, too, I know in Zelda speedruns it's very funny, like, it may be a pain in the ass to go back into the dungeon and pick up that heart tank that you warped away from and didn't collect, but you can do it. You can go back in there.
Yeah, every area you can return to. Except the intro area of Majora's Mask. What the hell, man? You can go everywhere but there.
That area is too weird.
Just want to go back to Hyrule.
I know. I don't like this strange new world. I like Termina.
Termina.
Termites. Child brains coming up with child pronunciation. Whatever.
Metoroid.
No, not Metoroid.
Oh god. I may have been dropped a few times as a child.
All the Pokemon names. Pokemon names.
Oh god,
Look,
yeah. You really have to use your imagination with some of
someone
those.
called it Caterpie, and I was like, it's not that. It's not
Caterpie.
that. Yeah, Caterpie.
Well, why is it spelled that way if it's not
True.
Caterpie? But in the cartoon show, of course, they do name
They
every
do.
Pokemon, so you don't really have to wonder.
It got very easy after that point. But
Yeah, just watch
what's
the show.
funny though is people who never watch or even play the video games, but who play Pokemon Go, like Marnie, for example, is so funny because
Oh
she'll just
god.
be like, "This Pokemon, let's just say its name." I'm like, "Marnie, that's not it." We just laugh. She just laughs because it's like very funny. But, oh god, misheard lyrics trying to buy. Oh, Gyarados. We just talked about this the other night, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of any that I had a really hard time pronouncing.
Pidgeot was a weird one.
Yeah. Pidgeotto,
I've
Pidgeot.
heard people call it Pidgeot before.
Arcanine?
Arcanine.
Is it pronounced Arcanine?
It's Arcanine, but it should be really Arcanine. But some of them break the rules of honestly really like English.
Yeah, I mean, because they're paraphrased, right? Japanese words.
Kind of. They were localized. Their Japanese names are different. Some of them are the same, but Pikachu's the same. But many others are localized based on like American jokes and references. But
Oh, what about the next gen after that? With like the legendary Pokemon?
Lugia,
Ho-Oh?
yeah, Ho-Oh. That name is
Ho-Oh.
so stupid. I'm sorry. To this
Ho-Oh.
day, I still don't understand. And also, I don't like the design of it. It looks like an ugly chicken. I think that.
I'm trying to picture in my head, but all I picture is Moltres.
Yes.
I can't remember what
Ho-Oh has all those
Ho-Oh
like
looks like.
square feathers coming out of it, and like it's mostly like
Very feathery,
mostly
right?
like red and white and gold feathers coming out. It does look like Moltres.
I think you can pull that out in Melee,
Yeah,
but I can't remember what he looks like.
probably.
Entei,
Oh, those.
Suicune.
Yeah. So, it's Entei is the easy one. Suicune is weird because it looks like
Suicune?
Yeah, Suicune, like Suikoden, but Suicune and
As a kid, I called it Suicune.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's a character in Crystal that is named Eusine, like Eusine, who has some sort of a connection with Suicune. And then the last one is Raikou, but it's spelled Raikou, but it's Ko because it's Ko in Japanese is Kun. So that's where it comes from.
Oh, it's Raikou?
It's Raikou. Yeah, it's not Raikou.
I didn't know that.
Suicune and Raikou. They're
Suicune and Raikou.
Yeah, and I made sure to also be aware of it because when I played Pokemon Coliseum, they're the 3 Pokemon that you get, and I kept referring to them, or I kept thinking about it, and I was like, what are these? Like, what is it supposed to be? But that is the answer. Huh. Those are weird ones. And I think as kids we were like, is it Lugia? But it's just Lugia.
Oh, Lugia.
Yeah, like
right?
talking a Lugia. It's Lugia. I like Lugia's design a lot, but I just didn't understand how the fuck you're supposed to say it. It's weird.
Lugia.
Yeah, Lugia.
Lugia's fucking devastating Pokemon pull. If you got that in Melee.
Oh yeah.
Those shits were so overpowered. Entei, Oh yeah, Ho-Oh like basically like created this giant inferno
Oh
on the
yes,
stage, and like whoever was caught in it had like
I
200% damage.
remember. Yeah.
You were just fucked if you got caught in that.
Yeah, I I think Lugia is so cool too because Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is so fucking sick. In the beginning of that game,
He's on the cover of some Pokemon
of
game,
Pokemon
right?
XD Gale of Darkness, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
So in the beginning of the game, it shows like a ship sailing in the ocean and like the crew, and then this giant Lugia, this purple with red like flaming glowing eyes comes out of the depth and just snatches the ship out of the water and like with everyone on board
And kills them all.
presumably. And basically it's Shadow Lugia, like the bad guys have like corrupted it or whatever, and it's like the strongest Pokemon or whatever, and you have to fight it in the end. It's this epic boss battle. It's so fucking cool. And you find the ship later on marooned in the desert. It carried it all the way to the desert, and it plays this really like sad, melancholy sort of music. It's so cool.
Shit, Pokemon used to be kind of heavy.
Yes, because Genius Sonority. Yeah,
Serious.
the development of that game was handled by an internal company at Nintendo called Genius Sonority, who's Hiroshi Yamauchi. I looked into this because I was like, how is this game so good? Like, what happened here? Hiroshi Yamauchi funded an internal development group to kind of just do whatever, like projects, and they gave him these spin-off Pokemon games, and it was composers and everyone, and they were like, we're making these games for an older audience who grew up with the original Pokemon games but are older and can handle a more mature story now. So it has a lot of really mature, by comparison, like story beats and stuff, and they're excellent. Like, honestly, the best Pokemon games I've probably ever played since
Sounds
the
cool.
first. Yeah, it was just, I had such a great time playing it.
It's that
Yeah,
good.
it really sticks with me. It's a little janky in some ways and a little, needs some refinement, but Genius Sonority still technically exists, but I don't think they've worked on a game since then. I think they were kind of seen as like not with the Pokemon company really, or not like they, there's probably some sort of internal rivalry thing, like you can't make a game that belongs to us kind of thing. So it's too bad because even when Nintendo uses other studios within itself that don't normally work on those games, you get really awesome stuff like fucking whatchamacallit, Mario Land 2.
Mercury Steam.
Well, Mercury Steam,
Oh.
yeah, in a way they're kind of internal. I think they're owned mostly by them, but I mean, like Gunpei Yokoi's team made Mario Land 2 Six Golden Coins, and that's why you get enemies that look like Jason Voorhees and like all these like variants that were beyond just like Koopas and Goombas. I just love that game.
Did you say that there were Goongas in the
Goongas.
game?
And then over here you have fighting a massive battle with Goongas.
With the Goongas.
Oh god, that voice haunts my dreams.
When are we gonna watch the Acolyte?
Oh yeah, whenever. Saturday.
Sure.
Yeah.
I may be hanging with people Saturday. I don't know yet.
Yeah, or Sunday or whenever. I'm down for
Yeah.
down for it all. I might go into the city on Saturday morning because I had a lot of fun with James thrifting flea market, and he might go with me again. But TBD. I might also be really tired. So waking up at 6:40 is not the most fun prospect.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. It's for a good cause.
GDQ for a good cause.
Kill the animals.
Save the brain and kill the animals. Greetings from Germany.
Remember when that was the biggest story of GDQ is whether animals were saved or not?
The greatest story of GDQ is the tale. Have I ever told you the tale of Sam and Tolkien?
It's not a story GDQ staff would tell you.
Oh God. Oh God.
It's not a story Cool Maddie would tell
No,
you.
certainly not. Certainly not. Where can I learn this story? Not from GDQ. I just love that it's essentially basic, like high school adolescent drama that just blew up to this like huge scale.
They even had their own
Yeah.
subreddit for a
Yeah.
while.
Dear Mario,
And what's funny is about SGDQ 2014, or is it AGQ 2014, is like how much destruction seemed to stem from
Yeah.
it. You know, you had the Chibi and Caveman incident, which, by the way, if that never happened, I feel like history itself would be
We
different
live
right
in a
now.
utopia.
We'd be living in a different timeline.
We live.
Yeah, like that happened, Sam and Togi happened. Obviously stuff with Cosmo was not far
Right.
away. Like everything just kind of like a focal point.
Yeah, a crux of cringe energy, a loci.
A glitch in the
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yes, a loci point for cringe. a crux, a convergence point of cringe, a cringe-vergence point. I sense a great cringe-vergence in the force. Oh my God.
Cue the Oppenheimer score in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah. Oh God. Oh God. So perfect. So perfect.
Is cringe a light wave? No, is cringe a particle or a wave? It's both. It can't be, but it's both.
It's matter and energy. Because you can certainly perceive cringe as energy. I have borne witness to that. And I think you could also commoditize cringe.
Yeah, you could sell
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Sam and Tolkien.
You
Oh my God, she cloaked herself in that movement.
Me too,
She
yeah.
cloaked herself in it. She made mistakes, regretted them, and then needed an excuse. It's unfortunate, in my opinion.
Sad part of our history, honestly.
God, I love that quote. You know.
I hereby solemnly swear to never ever let that moment go.
Oh, it's part of the lore.
I don't care where in the world we are, what our current health is, how many years have passed. I will never ever let that go.
I am there with you.
Put it on my fucking tombstone.
Put it on my tombstone pizza. Remember that brand? Ugh. Not really good. If Tostino's pizza roll was a full-size pizza, it would be a tombstone pizza. It's probably called tombstone because if you eat it, you're gonna die young.
That blue coin, every time, man, it just runs away and jumps off the ledge. Like a hair before I get to it, it just jumps off the ledge. Bro, come on. Why can't it just like pop out in place of where the piranha used to be? You know, it just
Why?
boom, enemy dies and the coin jumps in its place. Why is the coin programmed to just like travel
I know.
so
All
far?
of the coins in this game are really, really not right. Like,
The RNG potential is crazy. It can either not move at all. It can move slowly. It can move faster, really fast, and then like bullshit
It ain't right.
fast.
It ain't right.
Several levels to
Also,
it.
I mean, while essential, the volume of coins is really fucked too. It's like, why is there this many freaking coins coming out of this thing? Like fucking 10 coins come out of certain things and they splatter all over the place. Like this later Mario games definitely got it
Yeah.
right.
TikTok clock has so many 10 coin yellow boxes. There's just like a coin shower coming out. Would it have killed them to just replace one of those 10 coin blocks with like a row of coins somewhere, you know, on a ledge that the player has to go through? So they're easy to collect.
Yeah.
And they're stationary and they don't despawn if you don't get them in time. Would it kill them? Bro, an hour in again. I haven't got any progress.
Oh my god, this thing is in my ass.
This is the one though.
Fuck.
Having trouble there?
Yeah, these enemies. I'm grinding up weak weapons, and these enemies are handing my ass. Oh. No. There we go. Good shit. Let me out. Oh my fucking god. Alright.
Starting to get warm again. Alright, we're gonna gold Bomb's Fortress.
Yeah. Glad.
Nope, never mind. That didn't take long. Bro, I actually could have made that. Well, like, what is that angle?
It's me, Mario.
Please.
Hello. Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Dino. You weird fucking dog. Oh boy. I almost died. I don't like that for me.
Are there any good cheat codes?
No. Maybe.
Short answer is
There
no.
it is.
Long answer is thank fucking God.
Oh my god. That's such a weird clip because, like, is he talking about? I don't understand the context of it. It's like two questions. Because he sounds like he's referring to did he get you know what, and from people. Which I don't think it's that, but I like the idea of that. An unlikely romance, but valid one.
We fell in love in a hopeless
I
place.
fell in love with a homeless face. Unhoused. You need to stop arguing about what to call the homeless people and just get rid of them already.
Get this man in office.
I think, you know, it's good to have sympathy for people. It's also good to be aware of, like, I don't want to get attacked and over literally just minding my own business.
That is valid.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay.
Okay.
I see you. I hear you.
Okay.
You are being heard, okay?
Okay. Am I? Am I here?
Your experiences are
Oh
valid.
my god. Oh god. My experiences are invalid. Let's go.
Bro, the amount of times I'm fucking up this star, it makes me question my sanity.
Oh no.
How?
Question reality.
¿Qué?
Pretty cool
¿Qué?
stuff.
How is this happening?
Are you being mindful of the living forest?
Yes, Master.
Moss.
Master
I had
Kenobi.
the same thought. Oh fuck, my
Dear
weapon's
Mario,
broken.
please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly,
Adventure?
Princess
Huh.
Toadstool.
A Jedi craves not these things.
Oh god. And the dialogue starts to shift to that.
I really love when Luke is has like Yoda on top of him. He's like balancing,
Yeah,
using
it
the
falls
Force.
over.
And then he sees Cloud City, and he's like gets really distracted.
Yeah.
And Yoda just yells, "Concentrate,
Right.
concentrate!"
And his eyes get all big. I know, that is really funny.
Yeah, and then he's like panicking as he
Yeah.
falls.
Yeah. Oh god.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. Also, him like banging his like walking stick on R2
Yeah, in it.
when R2 tries to like grab something
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah, he pulls away the little light that Yoda takes. When Yoda's like acting like you know, like he's really out of it. Or like a little crazy thing.
Well, he has been living in the wilderness for a
Yeah.
while. Take you to him, I will.
Very strong.
Judge me by my size, do you?
Uh-oh. I'm not doing a world of shit right now.
I forgot how bratty Luke is in the first movie as
Yeah.
well. Like, Obi-Wan is like, you must be trained in the Force. You must be, a Jedi. And Luke is like, I don't have time for that. I'll be late for dinner.
Right.
He's like, I gotta get back home.
I have to go to Tashi Station to pick up the power converter. That's like a famous thing that he wrote on like someone he wrote an autograph for, and he was like, he's like, how about that line about going to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters? Like, I was such a little whiny bitch or something. He wrote something like incendiary.
It is a pretty whiny bitch line.
Yeah.
Like, Obi-Wan just explains to him this dire mission that they need to go on to like save the world from the Empire, to save the rebellion, and he's just like, I gotta get home. It's getting late.
He knows you'll be in a world of shit if he doesn't get home. Well, his aunt and uncle, they paid for it. They paid the ultimate price. Oh god. I remember seeing that as a kid, and it didn't necessarily like bother me because it just seemed so strange. Like I didn't know quite what I was looking at. I mean, there's charred remains and skeletons, but I guess I just didn't really realize.
Right.
It was more so the destruction of Alderaan that like meant something more in a way because of how it's presented. They come out of hyperspeed at like in an asteroid belt, but it isn't an asteroid belt because it's a fucking blown up thing. Well, first you feel like Obi-Wan like feels it, and then like gives it like a really freaky omen, and then they come out in the asteroid belt. They realize what happened to Alderaan and all of that. Like that's really cool, and just Leia's reaction to it.
Yeah.
That's all really poignant.
Han just like making fun of like their Jedi
Right.
talk.
Did you dig up this first battle?
Won't beat it. Yeah, no match for a good old-fashioned blast.
Right. Old fashioned.
I like that line kind of comes back to bite him in the ass in Empire when they're ambushed by Vader on Cloud City, and Han's first reaction is just like shoot Vader, but like it does nothing.
Yep.
He's like, oh, blasters actually lose to Force users.
Or whatever that was. I never quite understood what was going on there. Did he absorb it with his hand, or what the heck? I don't know.
He was being mindful of the living Force. That's what
indeed.
happened. Dude, no, man.
You sound like Mike Matei. Man.
Fucking son of a bitch, motherfucker.
You do a good impression. That's not like
This game is such bullshit.
unfair bullshit.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours
Oh,
truly,
fuck.
Princess Toadstool.
Hey guys, welcome to James and Mike Mondays. Today we're playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Oh my God.
Hyde.
So we're not going to be doing this, just to let you know, this is the last one of these that we're going to do. It's just too hard to do.
I fucking hate shooting these with James. He's such a fuck up.
He's busy as kids now.
540. It's 540. We gotta stop working.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's sad because it's real.
It's that episode of James and Mike Mondays is so awkward. The way James just cuts everything off. They're like on the last level. Mike is like about to like say something like, "Oh, like we'll just finish it like real quick," And James just starts getting up from the couch. It's 5:40. We gotta stop.
I,
It's 5:40. So it's getting late. We gotta.
I didn't even know that was a real reference. I've seen people saying it, but I didn't know it was a real.
Oh, it's real. It's like from one of their episodes.
Oh my god,
I think they're playing like Castlevania or something.
that's terrible.
And they're at the end, and then all of a sudden James just like, I gotta go. It's 5:40. I can't. We can't. We gotta stop recording. I was like, he just has like the weirdest reaction. Hey, Alan.
Hello.
What's Gucci?
We're just talking about James' role.
James and Mike Mondays.
What's wrong with James and Mike Mondays?
Now there's a funny moment where one of the last ones they did, James very abruptly announces that it's 5:40, as in like the time, and that he can't work past 5:40, and he has to go home. Literally like a child with a curfew.
That is very odd.
Yeah, I mean, we know he has kids because he won't stop talking about them, but didn't know that he was also a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen married couples like that. Pat does that one. I don't know.
Yikes.
I stay out of that.
Pat the NES.
Pat Contry's been kind of quiet lately. How's his podcast?
Oh my god.
Him and they just been getting into, at least
Steve-
last what
Steve's
I
favorite
checked
person.
like a year plus ago, they were getting into like YouTube drama with other people.
Oh, of course. They love getting into drama. They really, really do.
Yeah, people are not afraid to really let him have it as well.
Yeah,
Give me 1 sec, sorry. I literally just got home.
yeah, okay.
I knew it.
Cool.
That was my mistake. I admit it.
What happened?
The rotating platform in
Yeah.
Womps, I made it. I actually made the cycle, but when I was jumping to it, I slid too far, and I was no longer on the platform. So I tried to correct myself by like jumping backward to get back on it, and of course it moved at the very last moment, and I fell. There's a thing that when you roll out of a dive, if you let go of the stick completely, Mario won't slide or like skid on anything. Like wherever he lands, he'll just stop on a dime. So for some reason I didn't do that. I just like held the stick too long and then he slid off.
Well.
Yeah.
I am now the proud owner of the headphones I left back in Japan. My friend gave it to me tonight.
Oh, wait, you left it in Japan, but
He just
What?
came back from Japan, and I had to I didn't have enough room in my suitcase to buy these City Pop headphones I really, really, really wanted. They're not expensive headphones.
Oh,
They're specifically
those.
tuned for City Pop music, which I listen a lot of too, especially when I'm working.
How are they tuned to that?
They just tune the drivers to City Pop specific niche. I don't know, but
But like how?
I don't know. It's like when they specifically tune headphones to rap or fucking rock music. but
It sounds like such a gimmick.
it's
to be
not
honest.
because it highlights it's local
Like a
for
marketing
sure.
thing.
Because I also sampled these headphones. Like the place I go to is like amazing. You get to sample any headphones practically there.
I remember.
Right, but wouldn't it really be the audio source that
No,
really that has all the tracking in
no,
it
Angelo. They specifically tune
and the
drivers on
EQ?
speakers and headphones to sounds.
Okay.
So and levels. They do the same thing with certain DACs too. Anyway, they're amazing.
How much are these headphones?
Like $60. These ones are fine.
Oh, but you left them behind in the sense of like you didn't buy them there.
You're right. I was going to,
Oh.
but I was like, I actually can't
That was
fit
confusing
these.
me too.
I can't actually fit these in my like suitcase anymore. When the time came, I really wanted them. My friend was going, so getting them shipped was a nightmare. I couldn't ship them to the U.S. unless they were used, which is weird. But my friend was going in May to Japan, so I was like, hey, when you're there, can you just mind going to your headphones where we were and picking them up in Akihabara, which he did. But I haven't seen him since he's been back, so I finally picked him up tonight. We were at a bar together.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
I'm really
Cool.
happy.
Yours truly, Princess.
They're like really retro style looking headphones from Primo. It's weird. Like they look like headphones you would like have on a Walkman, like a Sony Walkman in the '80s. That's like their style.
Yeah.
Here, I'll take a picture. Yeah.
Misa no like this.
No, like it.
I gotta get a poster of Babam Battlefields, the painting.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I know it's like kind of overused, but I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. I think it was.
An iconic perspective.
Yeah, very recognizable.
Bombs like marching.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you know
Oh.
gaming? Did you know that there's only one painting that was changed in the Japanese version? Or rather, one was changed for the American
Is
version.
it Chalfell Mountain? I think it's
Nope.
something. I remember. I think I've seen something about that. Oh, fucking hell. What one is it?
It's Jolly Roger Bay.
Weird. What did they? Oh, because it.
So
Yeah.
in the American version, it's a picture of the
Right.
sunken ship. It's part of the level. In the Japanese version, it's just a collection of water bubbles, air bubbles in the water.
Oh,
That's it.
it's better that they changed it.
Yeah, the sunken ship looks way more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a weird
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that before.
Yeah, every time I see that in like a 120-star run, I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Is there a reason you don't play it on Japanese?
Not really. I mean, I don't have a cart,
Oh.
and I just don't feel like getting one.
I'm sure I could find one easily and probably for cheap.
Oh yeah, the Japanese versions of N64 games are
Yeah.
always cheap.
If I do happen upon one,
I wish
I could always.
I wish you told me. They were hella cheap when I went. Like hella cheap.
Oh my lord. Like again, it's just the principle of it. It's like I have a copy, it's perfectly serviceable. Now if it was a text heavy game like Ocarina of
Oh, yeah.
Time, switching to Japanese means you save minutes. Like it's so much faster. It's like not even
Why?
funny. For this game, I mean, for me, it's kind of negligible.
It's me, Mario.
The real time save you would get in
Okie dokie.
16 star is like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. I think realistically, maybe a little bit more, but it's like it's not significant enough where I'm like I gotta buy a copy of this. Also, English version is used in 70 star anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh,
Because the Japanese text boxes, they might have fewer text boxes in some cases, but the text scrolls slower on that
Yeah.
version. Like the way the speed at which the boxes go away when you hit confirm is slower, very very slightly. Yeah. But I forgot the exact reason, but 70 is run on English most of the time.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just cheap. I don't want to spend money to buy that to save like only a few seconds. Doesn't seem pragmatic.
Yeah.
Who's that in the background? Is that you,
No.
Steve?
I mean, that is Alan doing something.
Alan, what the fuck are you doing?
It's not me though.
Gotta mute
I am
this
muted,
guy.
so can't be me.
Definitely not me. I'm only just.
Is your game?
No, it's muted. I'm just
Well, if I hear it and you hear it,
yeah. It was
I heard it. I just literally didn't say anything for you. I hear like wind or waving voice.
wind and wave. I hear the wind in the willows. Oh goodness. Grinding away.
still going?
Yeah, I upgraded the weapon 14. Now I just have, oh Christ, 9 more levels. 9 more levels. 9 more levels. Then I attach a bunch of things, sync it to another weapon, and then I'm like that much closer to ultimate weapon for just one character out of the 2 bird.
Dude.
Dude, I got so good.
Oh man, it's getting warm in here.
Yeah.
I was right at the end too, man. What the fuck? Almost got it.
Try playing better.
You know what?
Dear Mario,
I haven't thought of that.
I know,
Fuck.
it's difficult concept.
yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Getting hot and sweaty in here.
That's hot.
That's hot. Come on, here we go. 1 hour of the stream. No progress. Oh my god, bro. Fuck! I can't stop resetting. Oh, I can't get where I'm going tonight.
You're cursed by Mr. Rossetti.
Fuck that
That
guy.
guy's a jerk.
Scared the shit out
I
of me.
know. He is terrifying.
He's so
I
mean.
know, he's so mad.
Princess Toadstool. Peach.
What an interesting feature.
It's like, bro, just because I played a little bit of Animal Crossing doesn't mean I wanted to save my progress or what I did. Maybe I want to go back and do something
Yeah.
different.
How dare you, though? Mr. Rossetti has its own specific.
Maybe I didn't want to, you know, maybe I want to remodel my garden in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
I really tried to get into Wild World on DS.
Yeah.
Played that for quite a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
Then it just like wore itself out.
Right. New Horizons.
I'm not the type to like.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I'm not the type to like continue playing a game like all year. Like Animal Crossing kind of expects you to just like constantly tune
yeah.
in all the time. If I didn't like turn my game on for like a week, I'd go back and like my town is all fucked up. There's like weeds growing
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
It's such stupid busy work that they give you like as punishment for not like turning the
I
game on.
know, I know. It's true.
What were you
It's
saying?
sad but true.
It's me, Mario.
Oh, and New Horizons. I was so much fun to play. Like, I do have a lot of fond memories of that because I played it and, you know, was chatting about it a lot during that time with Jerry and Haley. They really were like obsessed with it.
Oh yeah. You said they'd play like
Hundreds
hundreds
of hours.
hours.
Jerry would work an 8-hour job and then play 8 hours of Animal Crossing. It was wild.
Fuck, man.
Because I had like calculated the total game time and the amount of days she had the game, and that's how it worked out to be. I was like, oh my god, it was therapeutic, you know, because it was like pandemic time and all that. So
Oh yeah, that was
yeah,
2020.
they were very stressed out, understandably, and I really enjoyed it too. It was so chill, and I remember being on video calls and like looking into the camera and then like playing my Switch off to the side. It was so fun. Playing Animal Crossing, digging up the fossils and doing like the daily shit. Oh my god. They didn't know.
Do you have to pay Tom Nook a bunch of bells in that game?
Yeah, yeah, you do. For all sorts of house upgrades and shit.
So that never changes.
No, he was really awesome.
Why is he such a fucking
Yeah,
slumlord?
he is. Slum Frog Millionaire. He's a dog.
Slumdog Millionaire won Best Picture that year. No one remembers it.
Dev Patel is really insufferable. The guy who's the main character.
Is he? I haven't really
He's
heard of it.
insufferable. James and I watched a movie and he was in it and he was really annoying. So I just assumed that means he's insufferable. I don't really care for him much. Or at all. Dude, I love bagel.
We're talking like plain bagels or like Asiago cheese
Oh,
bagels?
well, always Asiago. Actually,
Bagel hype?
oh god. I just really like everything bagel. They're my favorite. Oh, okay.
What is an everything bagel?
For real? You don't know what an everything bagel is? What?
Oh, fuck's sake, man. God damn it. This Wom's Fortress. Ugh!
I think I know what. Oh no.
Whatever, man. I'll continue. I just want to get past this level.
Yeah. Everything bagel. I'm so surprised you don't know about it just because it's like a New York staple. It is just like a plain bagel, but has like all the toppings on it, or like seasoning. So it's like, you know, the onion, poppy seed, sesame, salt. Sesame, poppy, salt.
It's still fine. It's still fine.
Maybe-
It's still fine. So it just has like a lot of like seeds
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
on
like
it.
all of them, every single thing, and they're so good.
That seems kind of overwhelming.
You'd think that, but it's actually great. And I have everything but the bagel seasoning, so you can actually add that to like avocado and stuff, and it kind of tastes like a bagel there. It's really good.
Yeah, none of the... Oh, fuck. I don't get bagels that often, but when I do, it's just your plain Jane sesame
Oh, yeah.
bagels. I like sesame a lot.
Yeah, I like sesame too. I got garlic bread the other night at a restaurant, and the bottom of it was all sesame, like toasted sesame.
Oh.
So perfect.
Toaster is so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, growing up, my mom, we just buy bread every single
Yes.
day. Fresh
Yep.
bread. And it would just always be Italian bread with sesame
Oh, yeah.
seeds.
Yep.
Every time. So that taste is just like ingrained.
Yeah. It's a great taste, though.
I used to like when the bag of bread was finished, I would like lick my finger and then like put it on the bottom of the bag, and I would be able to get
Yeah,
all of
I've done
the
that.
seeds. and
I
eat
do that too at present time.
Yeah, it's excellent. There are no unique
I
experiences.
know. Well, I really like tahini too, and tahini is a sesame seed.
Oh yeah.
I like bubble tea that's sesame as well. Unusual. It seems unusual, but it's actually really good. Hey, Alan, I can say something.
I was just warning Luke to go to Dagobah. Also, the Japanese box art for the Mega Man games on Game Boy look way nicer than the American.
Mm.
They often did.
Yeah.
They added it to Switch Online today. It was random as fuck.
Oh, they added the Game Boy Mega Man games?
I should have linked that. Before.
Sorry, it's very hard to hear you. Is it just me, Angelo? Is it
Huh?
hard to hear Alan, or is it just me?
Oh fuck, man.
I think he's
Hate this
focused.
game. Yeah, I'm having a little hard time hearing you,
I
Alan.
mean, you're on speakerphone.
That's why.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's on speakerphone. That's why he sounds weird.
Speak it into existence.
If you're in the middle of something, it's fine if you have speakerphone.
Yeah.
Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
I walked to the Nintendo store today just for somewhere to go.
Can you cucks hear me now?
I can hear you.
Also,
Oh,
did you, fuck you, Angelo. Focusy more on your runny. Did you,
I'm gonna time you out in 2
do it,
minutes.
bitch, do it, prove my point.
God.
Did you see any snakes at Nintendo store?
No, I was looking for it. I did not see it. Oh my god. It was done. It was what needed to be done was done.
It had to be done.
He'll get audio through the stream so he can hear me that way if he's watching.
Yeah, that would be fine.
I looked for snakes, but I did not see any. Only tourists.
I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool.
Only tourists.
So many tourists. See, how long did you time him out for? An hour.
An hour.
No, did you really?
Yeah, it's necessary.
Oh my god.
When you say "do it, bitch,"
What?
I mean, my hands are tied. I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to.
Oh my.
Don't have a choice.
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try.
Fuck! Damn.
What's going on?
Bunch of shit. Oh.
Are you still like under leveled?
Well, no. Oh, hold on one second.
Holy shit, that blew out my ears for a second.
Sorry, I switched to speakerphone because of my headphones died simultaneously. It's not so much under leveled as just like the way the game works. Like your characters are only as strong as the weapons you equip them with. So I'm powering up very under leveled weapons, and these enemies are pretty strong. So I am just getting my ass handed to me, even though I'm trying to farm them. I'm trying to like hit them strategically. It's very annoying. So say.
I got only a few more attempts and I gotta go to bed. Like, even if I get a run going, I'm not gonna finish until 2 a.m.
Yeah, I gotta stop this
So-
game too. It's starting to get to me a little bit.
So, I'm running out of time.
I'm surprised Alan hasn't commented on the stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I also have the group chat muted. Let me check that.
Let's see.
Please.
Tomorrow when I'm working from home, I think I'll take a stab at this game. Like I'll play and progress through the story a little bit, so I'm not just grinding the same dungeon levels. Make it a little more interesting.
Right.
Remember the group LMFAO?
Yeah.
They were like cousins.
Sorry for party.
Yeah,
rocking.
those songs were so catchy. But
They
they were like cousins or something, and they had a falling out, and then then it was over.
They just, things were very hard for them. They were just so rich, so
Yeah.
successful.
Such a flavor of the month.
Yeah, they really, really struggled. It's hard being as rich as they are.
It was hard because Party Rock was in the house tonight.
Tonight. Everyone just having a
Yeah.
good time.
Good.
Who is that woman that appeared at the end of the video and she just says, "Get up, get down"? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I've ever been subjected to the video, fortunately, but
What? You should watch it.
I thought it was just like the two of them kind of in like a very...
They just dance in the street. Crazy, weird dances.
Oh, there's the song is in Just Dance, and it's fun to do it in there.
Crazy, like one-hit wonders.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Thank God. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. No. There's some treasure chest has like a weird clown that comes out of it, and he gives you a choice between treasure chests. And so I ran. It's a 50-50 chance of getting like a really good item, and I chose poorly.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. Are you sure it's 50-50?
Well, who knows what's going on under the hood.
Some games are cruel. It's like a fucking 5% chance you'll get the thing
Yeah.
that you want.
Pokemon odds.
Yeah, Pokemon is just like the enemy uses like Horn Drill or something.
Right.
It has a 5% chance of hitting you, and it always does.
A
For
full
some
knockout.
reason.
Yeah, Guillotine is another one that's like that. Only a few Pokemon know Guillotine. The one-hit KO moves. There was an exploit in Gen 1 as well. When you like use X accuracy, it boosts the one-hit KO moves like Horn Drill to 100% accuracy.
Holy
So
shit.
if you use enough X accuracies when the battle is beginning, you can one-hit KO every single team, or
Sick.
an entire party.
I assume that's useful for speedruns.
Yes. So
Or-
they immediately you can get a Nidoran male in the patch of grass outside of Viridian City, I think, and so. Yeah, you just basically get the Nidoran immediately, level it up a lot, like replace your starter pretty much right away, and get a Nidoking with the Moonstone from Mount Moon, and then you just get access to Horn Drill early, and then just KO everything. It's great. I love Pokemon speedruns. The guys who play it, like, I'm in just such awe of their ability to like retain all of this like math. Because it really is very math heavy.
Oh yeah.
They know like what range a move can hit in, and I just think it's so cool. I love Pokemon too, so I can just watch it over and over again. Even the randomizers are fun. They make fun randomizers, I have to say.
Sure. Yeah, the game is kind of conducive
Oh,
to
yeah.
that, I guess.
It's so funny. Like one of your starters is like, you know, something really shitty like a Bellsprout, or you'll get like a Mewtwo. Very funny. All right, a gold split in the wing calf.
Yeah, man. Oh god, dude. I'm gonna call it a night, bro. I don't know why. Like I cannot get a run going.
Yeah, it's late though. That's I feel like that's always a factor.
Yeah, I might just be
Yeah.
tired. I didn't start early enough tonight. I was just dicking around.
Yeah.
Also, like played handball, so my hands are a bit
Oh,
swollen.
yeah.
Fuck. That's the furthest I got.
Yeah.
Rip.
The crabs were ripped. I saw the crabs and they were ripped.